The goals of this project were to examine the processes that control flooding in small urban watersheds and the most effective management strategies to mitigate that flooding. So why did we do this? The processes that control runoff quantity and quality in urban watersheds are complex and not well understood, while impervious surfaces, such as roads, buildings, and parking lots, have traditionally been used to examine altered hydrologic response in urban watersheds. Several recent studies suggest that other elements of the urban landscape, particularly those associated with urban infrastructure and the drainage system, play an equally important role. In this study, the relative importance of impervious surfaces, stormwater ponds, expansion of the drainage network, and drainage network structures in controlling hydrologic response is examined in the subwatersheds of the Chromoscape, an urban watershed located in Albany County, New York. We used Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, analyses to map and investigate land surface and drainage network properties of the Chromoscape subwatersheds. And flood response was examined through observations of rainfall and runoff collected in the field and through stormwater modeling using the Environmental Protection Agency's Stormwater Management Model, or SWIM. Siena students played a key role in all of these components of the project. Let's hear from some of them now.
I'm Matt Porter, and I'm a senior environmental science major at Siena College, and I worked on this project as part of my advanced GIS course project. In this project, I computed several geomorphic properties for the Siena College watershed, and what I really enjoyed about this project was that I was able to present this research at professional meetings.
Alright, so I started my research with Dr. Meierdiercks in the fall semester of 2014, and the first thing that I did was use LiDAR data in ArcGIS to find the cross-sections of streams throughout Siena's campus, and we implemented that data into the Siena College SWIM model. While we waited to keep working on the SWIM model of Siena's campus, I used a simpler model to start examining the effects of green infrastructure on a sample stormwater shed. So I did that by using the low impact development controls in SWIM, and the ones that I focused on were the bioretention cells, infiltration trenches, porous pavement, and rain barrels to figure out what combination of GI would have the greatest impact in stormwater runoff. After I finished experimenting with those, I started using the BMP Best Management Practices tool in ArcGIS. I've downloaded the necessary data layers to use the tool to find the best places to implement green infrastructure throughout Siena's campus. I started getting interested in stormwater management and hydrology through various classes and internships I've taken at Siena, and got interested in this research specifically because it's not being able to model stormwater, and stormwater management is an important tool not only for future jobs in my career, but also just as storms get bigger and become water runoff becomes a bigger issue, and flooding, being able to model that and assess the impacts, and then the impacts that green infrastructure will have on runoff is important for the future.
That should be alright.
Oh wow, we decreased runoff by so much. Yeah, look at us. Environmental engineers. I'm taking pictures of us.
So
Yep.
you should do runoff ratio part 1 for the top
Yeah.
one, and then part 4.
We found while percent impervious coverage can be used to predict general water quality, other elements of the urban landscape, particularly those associated with subwatershed slope and drainage network structures, impact the magnitude of flood response as well as total dissolved solids, nitrate, and total nitrogen concentrations in the subwatersheds of the Chromoscape. Results have important implications for stormwater management plans, especially those aimed at reducing the effective impervious surface coverage of urban watersheds. Green stormwater infrastructure, such as green roofs, porous pavement, and rain gardens, is an important component of stormwater management plans. However, our results suggest that green infrastructure that only reduces the percent of effective imperviousness are not a one-size-fits-all solution. Reducing the percentage of effective imperviousness can help to meet some management objectives, but should be used along with green infrastructure targeted at the drainage system, such as bioswales. This summer, we plan to continue our stormwater monitoring and modeling work to further examine these issues.